Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, laugh, love, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And welcome. You are tuned to my weekly talk radio TV broadcast called Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get happy with Dr. Marissa every Tuesday at naturally high noon here, broadcasting with UBN Go Radio out of Burbank. We used to be at Sunset Gower, Burbank, California, and then rebroadcasting every Saturday at 2 on my CNBC, NBC News Radio channel, KCAA, AM 1050, FM 102.3, FM 106.5, and then everywhere on demand with iHeartRadio. And this is a show about hope and happiness. So there's no gossip, no scandal, and no K words at all. No Kardashian talk. In fact, I want you to focus on your own reality show and how you can be happy 88% of the time. And so glad that you joined. A peace in and peace out shout out to all of my new friends in DC. Yes, I went back to be at the Small Business Expo representing the Think and Grow Rich World Tour at Bill Walsh's big event. And there's some pictures flashing from our fabulous launch in Anaheim Convention Center last weekend or the weekend before, and it was amazing speakers, including yours truly, and just lots and lots of learning, lots and lots of applying and understanding how you can think and grow rich, and especially some great other speakers that I met for the first time. Jessica Cox will be coming on the show in a couple of weeks. She's the first armless pilot and third degree black belt, and amazing woman who, well, I'm not going to give away, but to have someone of that caliber, and I get to share the stage with her, it was such an honor. And there's lots of other wonderful speakers. Go to my Facebook and my Instagram, Doc Balance, to go see some of the clips, and go to my YouTube, subscribe free to see some of the interviews with the Poriotics, which my daughter was super impressed with, and then Greg Reed, Sharon Lecter, John Shin. So please join. This weekend, they're actually going to be in Chicago, and then the following weekend in San Diego, and I'll be there. So look forward to seeing you. And a shout out to my beautiful daughters for my Mother's Day special. My older daughter was doing her internship in DC for NIH, and I got to try to surprise her. Didn't work. But I had wonderful dim sum and then some, and these earrings, and a beautiful poem for my younger daughter. And then we did some artwork, and her first painting, I just wanted to flash it up there because this is amazing. Her very first painting ever. So that was kind of cool before I got on the plane. And without further ado, I want to introduce you to someone that you know him and you've seen him, but I had no idea the plethora of reach that this man has until I did the research preparing for the show. He's an actor, director, producer in Hollywood with over 40 years experience on screen and behind the camera. And if I read every highlight, we wouldn't have time to chat. So just let me list some of the movies and TV shows you may have heard of. We've got Predator, Terminator, American Gigolo, Starsky and Hutch, Charlie's Angel, and Lost, directing Falcon Crest, Fame, Hill Street Blues, PBS The Killing Floor, which he won the Sundance Special Jury Award in '85. He's gotten the National Endowment of Humanities by President Bill Clinton and the Board of the California State Film Commission by former Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger, who he's played opposite to many times, and earned a Lifetime Achievement Tribute from the Directors Guild of America's African American Steering Committee in 2010. In addition to working on creative projects in Hollywood, Bill created Duke Media Entertainment to bring quality edutainment. Love that. To audiences around the globe. And without further ado, please welcome to my studio. We'll get to more of the accolades in a minute. Mr. Bill Duke.
Thank you for having me.
So lovely to have you here. My big brother, Michael Bernard Beckwith, calls him my Mr. Duke. When
Great
I
human being.
tested
Great
it.
human being.
Isn't he?
Yes.
Yes. So peace in, peace out, big brother. And love and peace to your family. They just his dad just transitioned on
Yes.
Sunday. So
Yes.
we're just holding all of them with a lot of love and a lot of comfort. So let's start with Make My Day.
Okay.
So, did you always know you wanted to be an actor? Because you became an actor early on, like not when any kind of affirmative action was going on, any kind of, Hollywood getting grief for not having equal representation. You were one of the first. So I want to go back and say, did you know you wanted to do that?
It was a discovery, I think, more than anything.
Uh-huh.
When I grew up, your parents told you what you were going to be because they had second and third grade educations. They didn't want you to be like them. So they said, be a doctor because, doctors make money. And
Mhm.
I tried to go to little pre med classes and cutting up cats and my room smelled like formaldehyde. It was not for me. And then I was I have dyslexia, so I was not a communicator as to
Wow.
write in a journal. They said, well, you like writing so much, be a teacher because English teachers make money. And so I went to, got a scholarship to Boston University, and I fell asleep for the third time in my Chaucer class and was kicked out. And my friend said, you're always talking about acting. You should check it out. Lloyd Richards he was a black director, the first one on Broadway with Raising in the Sun. And so I went up and I tried out and I got in.
Fabulous. First try.
Yes.
There you go, right out of the box.
He became my mentor. I
Wonderful.
followed him to NYU. He gave my first job at Negro Ensemble Company with Michael Schultz, and then I followed him to LA.
Fabulous. And then you got cast across. Well, the first big movie was Terminator or Predator?
The first real big movie was Car Wash.
Car Wash.
Yes,
Okay.
Richard Pryor and
Do you know I
Poindexter
had his
Field.
son on
really?
2 weeks ago, right? Richard Pryor Jr. Isn't that funny?
Great.
Accidental, not accidental. Go
That's
ahead. Car Wash.
So Car Wash was really the big the thing that made a difference for me as an actor. Then after that came Commando and Predator and a lot of other things. But Car Wash was the first thing.
Fabulous. And working with Arnold?
Arnold is a great human being. Arnold is a collaborator, no ego trip. He just works hard and requires you work as hard as he does. And he's just good people. And he's a very smart man, dedicated to his craft. And it was a great privilege. I worked with him on Predator and Commando.
Fantastic. And then you made the switch to go behind the camera. How did that happen?
I had a television series called Palmerstown, USA, with Norman Lear and Alex Haley, and it was on for 2 seasons. And then they had a thing called TVQ at that time. If you were overexposed to an audience, you couldn't find. So I didn't work for 2 years. And so I directed theater and wrote my own plays and stuff, but I was intimidated by the cameras and the equipment. A friend of mine said, you should apply to AFI. I did. And
what is AFI?
American Film Institute.
Got it.
And thank God Tony Vellani was there and I got in.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So it appears that you're kind of likable, which I can understand. Just the 2 times that I've met you, you have a beautiful, gentle, humble, sweet energy.
Thank you.
And I can now answer my own question, which is, why do you think people came and wanted to mentor you, or took that you under their wing, so to speak, and supported you in your journey? What else would you say So for any aspiring people who really want to get into the industry, what would you say your keys to success are?
Um, I think most people would answer it with my talent, but I think my work ethic. Um, I, I mean, when I was coming up, when other people stopped, I kept going.
Mm,
One of my things I did when I came up in television as a director, during the holidays, Thanksgiving, Easter, Christmas, New Year's, whatever it was, most directors wanted to be with their families and not direct. Those are the jobs I took. And
ah.
so I just always wanted to, you know, prove myself to me and to the people that were in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
So, sometimes you work 7, 8 days a week, to be
Right.
able to do what you have to do to not be as good,
Mm,
but the best you can be.
right.
And my father and mother gave my sister and I those values.
Wow. That's so cool.
Mhm.
If you are wondering who I get to talk to today, it is Mr. Bill Duke, 40-year pioneer and veteran in Hollywood. And you are tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get happy with Dr. Marissa. So I'm going to ask the follow-up question to, if you did take those gigs that no one else did, that wanted to spend time with family, did that impact your family? So, were you married and have kids? Sorry, I'm going to pry into your personal life now because that's just what I do. You don't have to answer, but I'm curious.
Um, Not marriage, but it did impact my relationships, because while they were with their families, I wasn't sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
and that and my friends or the ladies I was with, I think that to a certain extent it was selfish,
Mm,
um, but I knew that if I didn't do it, um, there would be resentment, and so I had to
mm-hmm.
choose between the two things.
Yeah.
I think that we have to really value ourselves. To be unhappy in life, which is so short, um, and just doing something because you're told to, is something I don't embrace.
Mm-hmm.
Passion is very important,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
life is very short. And making a living at something that you love doing,
Mm-hmm.
that's very important. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's what I believe.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there are prices you pay for that.
Yeah. Yeah. But you were okay. I mean, there's no perfect door is what I
That's
say,
right.
right?
True.
Every door you go through has benefits and consequences,
Mm-hmm.
and the worst thing you can do is turn around and go, I should have done that one.
Right.
So speaking of that, do you have any regrets?
Um, I think I do. I've never been married,
Okay.
and long relationship. Well, not officially married, but long
Uh-huh.
relationships. And I kind of wish to a certain extent I had, and had a number of children, etc.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a goddaughter, Natalie. I'm very proud of her, and I raised her since she was 3 years old.
Nice.
Um, but regrets, God has been very good to me. I cannot tell you some of the blessings that I've gotten throughout my life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I've been everything from plane crashes to everything else, and I'm still here.
Wow.
And every day I get up, I give thanks
Mm-hmm.
and gratitude and
Mm-hmm.
appreciation, um, because I'm working on the um, Michael Jackson had a great song, working on the man in the mirror.
Yep.
And when you work on the man in the mirror and you learn to love that person,
Mm-hmm.
life changes.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's been my dedication for a while now, to really, when I leave this earth, I want to leave in peace with myself.
Yeah.
That's what I focus on.
Yeah. Beautiful. Did that Was that a hard fought discovery? Did it take you some years? My whole mission and purpose is to share that I'm one of the 7 out of 10 that grew up, in family dysfunction, and that you don't have to wallow or marinate in that. You can see it differently as a chiseling block, and that you couldn't be the amazing person that you are without that. So you talk about your parents being very supportive and positive in that sense. Was there a time when you did not believe in yourself, and how did you get through that?
Well, I you know, this is a business of rejection. People don't understand that, I think, and
Mm,
when you go out for, let's say, 3 or 4 auditions a week, and then a month, everybody says no, 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 no. You're told just to butch up and don't take it personally, but it has an impact on you psychologically, emotionally. Rejection does something to you,
yeah, yeah, for sure.
and to kill that pain, my unfortunate solution was drugs and alcohol.
Mm,
And so I took drugs for a while, and then I ended up on the street begging for money
wow.
because I couldn't pay the rent. And two things happened that were saviors for me.
Hmm.
Um, One was I was begging for money on the street one day, and this older black woman passes me, and I just say, "Ma'am, can I have some money?" And she just didn't say anything.
Hmm.
And then I was begging somebody else that was passing by, and I feel a tap on my shoulder, and I turned around, and it was this same older black woman. And I said, "Ma'am, you're going to give me some money?" And she's silent for at least, I would say, 15, 20 seconds. And she looks in my face and she says, "Son, do your mama know you out here doing this?"
Mm.
And I just watched her walk away around the block. And from that moment, I never asked for anybody for anything again. And the second thing that happened to me was, she's my great friend now, Aida Tengamana. When I was going down on drugs and really hitting bottom, she introduced me to transcendental meditation.
Mm.
So I meditate twice a day now. I haven't taken drugs since I've done that. And
Can I
so
ask how many years ago that was?
1974.
Many years ago.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was before the success in the movies.
Yes.
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 So, wow. You would have never known. You would have never known. Thank you for sharing that. I don't know if you were planning to, but
It's in my book too.
powerful. That's what I wanted to segue into is this book of yours that captures 40 years. It's Bill Duke, and then I need glasses, so read the bottom part of that for me in your book.
Yeah, it's 40 years on screen and behind the camera, and it talks about the easier part was talking about my career and what I've been through. I came into this business when there were really the only black director were Michael Schultz, Gordon Parks. I think Mr. Poitier had my hero did some things, but there weren't black directors.
No.
So it was a challenging time.
Yeah.
And you had to have some faith in yourself.
Yeah. Definitely.
So it's but through the grace of God, I've been able to face a lot of those things and come through.
The discrimination, we'll put the moose on the table right now. That's my Canadian version of the elephant in the room.
The moose.
Yeah, the moose on the
I
table.
heard that one before.
I know, that's because I made that up. Because I was born.
Wow, okay.
I was born in Canada.
Okay.
So it was there. The discrimination. You didn't get roles because you were the color of your skin.
Well, a big, tall black man in those days was seen as mean and evil, and so it was play all the bad guys.
Right.
And so I took those roles, some of them.
How tall are you?
6'5".
Just curious. 6'5".
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
A little taller than me.
Yeah, no, not much. Not much.
Notice how we took pictures you sitting down.
Yes.
I didn't want the camera to like miss me. They get your face and then couldn't see me. So you took those parts, the bad guy parts for a while
Mm-hmm.
to work,
Mm-hmm.
right? But they were not bad parts.
No, there were good parts,
Yeah.
and luckily I came up with theater, and so I was given a lot of skills from great teachers, NYU School of the Arts and BU and other places, so that I really understood that acting was not acting. Acting is being.
Mm.
When I teach, I tell my students it's falling into darkness backward,
Mm.
and you have to trust something that's within you creatively.
Mm.
And so I was very fortunate. I have great teachers, including Lloyd Richards and others, and Michael Miller and others. And, it taught me a great deal in terms of the craft, and that's
Mm-hmm.
something I hope never goes away,
Mm-hmm.
because there is a craft. I mean, I respect reality shows. That's not acting though.
Don't even get me started.
I'm sorry.
I
Not trying to
totally
be.
agree with you. Well, that's why my opening is I want you to focus on your own reality show.
Mhm.
Please do not tune something in that just highlights the worst possible parts of humanity and the worst emotions that can be expressed by human beings. I just don't understand what's so attractive about that, but obviously it is because it continues to get ratings and continues
Mhm.
to be shown. But yeah, it is a craft, absolutely. Can that craft be does someone actually have to have like the seed of that, just like a musician? Like, you sometimes people will say you can't teach musical genius, you cannot teach a singer to sing. They have to have that seed of what it is, and then you hone the craft. What would you say? uh, is that true for acting?
Um, I think that um, the craft is the shaping of something else, and that is a trust, a vulnerability.
Hmm.
Uh, to trust yourself enough to say, I know I could be doing this, but I have a passion, and to trust that passion, and then have that passion crafted into a skill.
Hmm.
Um, that takes time,
Mm-hmm.
but your willingness to surrender to something larger than your ego. Uh, Wayne Dyer, who I read a lot, has this phrase, you can be a host to God or a hostage to your ego.
Beautiful.
And when you start being more of a host to the God within you, and understanding that you can do almost anything you want to do if you're
Mm-hmm.
willing to pay the price, and there's a price.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's about honing your skills and not giving up and facing rejection and not letting the voices even within you stop you from doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
It's that, those battles are ongoing,
Right.
and you have to find something that takes you through that.
Right.
I found meditation. Other people have found religion. Other people have found different things.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have something that enables you to manifest your dreams, um, life is so short,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
I do.
And if
I
you're
do.
if you're not living in some zone of fulfillment,
Mm-hmm.
you can make money, and there's nothing wrong with making money. I like money too. I'm a business
Mm-hmm.
person,
Mm-hmm.
but money doesn't fill every hole.
Correct.
How many boats or yachts and houses and
Yeah.
cars and
Yeah.
vacations
Well,
and
look at Anthony Bourdain and Kate Spade, tragic examples that money and status do not bring you happiness,
you know,
right? So, absolutely. So, there is a discipline, as
I love
Michael
that.
will call it.
Discipline. I
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
from Michael. That is involved. And I think I'm hearing that from you as a
Mhm.
theme. You can want and desire a whole lot, but if you're not willing to um, do things when you don't feel like doing them, practicing when you don't feel like practicing, sacrificing Netflix in order to find something that you would like to do differently. That's a discipline, right?
Well, you know, you can say, I put it like this, you know, we're on this shoreline, and then there's a lake, and then there's a shoreline on the other side called opportunity. And some people, um, they put their hand in the water to see if it's too warm, their foot in the water to see if it's too cold. And then there are people just jump in,
Hmm.
and some drown, and some keep bobbing up, and they get to the other side, and they make it to the surface on the other side.
Hmm.
Um, and then by the time those people who have dipped their hands and legs and everything else get up to the other side,
Hmm.
there are signs up, and they're called entry fees because the
Great.
because the people who took the chance,
Yeah.
they deserve it.
Yeah.
They took the
Absolutely.
chance,
Absolutely. Yeah. There was courage. There was no fear.
even if there was, they didn't care. They just did it.
They did. The gospel according to Nike. Just do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah. And fear for me stands for future events already ruined.
Ooh,
Ooh.
like
But
that.
yeah, huh? I knew you would.
I never heard the gospel according to Nike use it.
Hey,
I'm going to use some of those.
just
I'm
long as
gonna-
I get credit. Which, speaking of which, I loved what you shared at Agape. A couple, one of those, the small package. What was that one? That was really
Oh,
good.
you want to hear my quotes?
Yeah, I love those.
I have okay, there's some quotes that I love. One is aspire to inspire before you expire.
Isn't that great?
And the second one is if a man does not seek humility, humility will seek the man. Uh, um, and another one is in your lifetime, you will never see a smaller package than a person wrapped up in themselves.
I love that one.
Mhm.
That one I'll never get tired of hearing.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
But why is it though that in Hollywood, of all the places, um, like you're an anomaly because Harvey, all the in the limelight kind of people, for good and for bad, infamous, famous. It seems like, and I've been on set and I do some TV commentary, and I did we did a stint for years broadcasting out of Sunset Gower, and there were a lot of shows there, and inevitably the pecking order on set was so misogynistic and so critical and so like your AD and your AD2, or the people, uh, the grip, or the bottom of the, not grips are not the bottom, but I'm just saying, what I'm talking about, a PA.
Yes.
And they would, somebody would bark and they would jump how high and run and scurry and, like servitude. And I'm like, this is 2018. That was last year. But like, how does that still exist in Hollywood? And how do you deal with that?
Well,
I mean, am I seeing things? Am I
no,
wrong?
you're not seeing anything.
Okay.
You're not seeing things.
Just checking.
There is not every place, but there are places still where the ego is so dominantly in charge of everything
Yeah.
that people, I mean, people throw phones in people's faces.
I know. Spit, point, yell.
Diminish people that work for them.
Mm.
Um, because of their insecurities.
Right, right, right.
And
I call them peripherally located egos.
that's
and
exactly
and,
that's,
and egomaniacs with an inferiority complex.
that's
And
very
we're going to
true.
come back and talk about that. It is time for break. I just got the signal. We're here to thank the sponsors who make this show possible. If you are interested in being a sponsor of this love-hearted, like-minded show about hope and happiness, please do contact me and we'll get your service or product on the air with amazing guests like Bill Duke. But we'll be back in 2 and 2. Peace in and peace out. That's world peace through inner peace. Do you know any honest mechanics? Well, I do. Dr. Marissa here. And if you have a car you love, then take it to JP European Auto in Huntington Beach. Experienced, knowledgeable, and professional, JP's European Auto has been the #1 choice for European auto repair since 2009. Mention Dr. Marissa and JP will give you a 10% off. So go to jpseuro.com, your dealer alternative for all European automobiles. Dr. Marissa here with a question. Can you really think and grow rich? Yes, you can. And the mega best-selling Napoleon Hill Principles book that Walt Disney, Ford, and Edison used to make their dream come true can do the same for you. And the book is now coming alive with a world tour that launched in Los Angeles, will be in Chicago May 18th and 19th, and in San Diego May 24th and 25th. So go to www.tgrworldtour.com and use promo code DRM or DRM2 for 1 to save $200 for your Asian Oprah giveaway. I'll see you on stage soon. And we're back. You are tuned to my talk radio TV show called Take My Advice. Take my advice. I'm not using it. Get happy with Dr. Marissa. And if you're wondering, wait a minute, I thought it was Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa. You're right. It used to be. I've been on the air now 2 weeks ago, 7 years. Unbelievable. 367 consecutive weeks in front of you, splattering you with more hope and happiness. So because of this beautiful new baby of mine, 8 Ways to Happiness from Wherever You Are, it just hit the 8th bestseller list because Fox News DC covered me for Women's History Month, and #1 on Amazon, #4 on Denver Post. I decided to 7-year itch, change the title a little bit to Get Happy with Dr. Marissa. So you're not hearing things. And this is a show about hope and happiness, and it does replay Saturday at 2 on my syndicated CNBC News Radio program on KCAA, which, by the way, just hit #1 for FM stations in Southern California. As well, I made my #25 spot, which is the first time I've gotten that close to Dave Ramsey on the station, and I'm thrilled about that. So if you have missed any of my past shows with Marianne Williamson to Marianne from Gilligan's Island, Layla Ali, Michael Bernard Beckwith, Neil Donald Walsh, Bob Proctor, Lisa Nichols, Corey Feldman, Captain and Tennille, then go to YouTube and free subscribe and go ahead and listen to those. And today I am honored to have in studio live 40-year veteran and pioneer actor, producer, director, Bill Duke. And we have been talking about your book that contains a lot of wisdom and your story, as well as we just ended with what's wrong with Hollywood. Because I had Ola Ray, who was Michael Jackson's dance partner in the Thriller, and she shared that with Me Too movement, she still will not name names because she's afraid of the repercussions, because she still wants to be part of this world. So I'd love your perspective on all of that.
Well, I do still believe that there's more opportunity, but it is a misogynistic world. It's good to see though that women are breaking through some of those walls. Issa Rae, for example, now has a great deal with HBO and others, black female directors, etc. Um, I think there is a shift, but I think my advice would be for women or minorities is to stop waiting
Mm,
to be discovered.
mm,
Discover yourself.
mm,
Um, you know, the entities will come after you after you have a certain amount of eyeballs coming to you.
mm.
And so if you launch your own webisodes or put your own channel together, like you didn't wait.
No.
You did it.
Yeah.
And as a result, eventually whether it's sponsors or whatever are going to come after you because they just want the eyeballs.
Mhm.
So if the message in this great book, I'm sure you talk about, being something that you want to be and promoting it and marketing it and doing it. No one cares if you don't know how to do it in the beginning. Just figure it out. I know that sounds a little harsh, but I mean, for those of us who have had any success, we had to figure it out.
Mhm.
It
Mhm.
wasn't easy.
Mm-mm.
It's like,
Mhm.
a friend of mine owns a church, and he said one Sunday he was preaching, and he said to his congregation, hundreds of people, everybody who wants to go to heaven, stand up and say hallelujah. The whole church got up there dancing and singing, and he had to calm them down. Okay. Um, Second question. Everybody who wants to die, stand up and sing hallelujah. Nobody stood up. So for third question, he said, how are you going to get to heaven if you don't die?
Good point.
It's a good point, and the second thing I'll say, this is about faith. I heard this
Mhm.
story, which I loved. There was this village, and it hadn't rained for almost a year. The animals were dying, the crops were drying up, and everything. And people were praying in their huts, praying in their huts. And one day the chief of the village said, you know something, if we all come to the center of the village and pray together,
Mhm.
maybe, God will hear the bigger voice. And they got to the center of the village, and they all prayed and prayed and prayed. And weeks went by. And one day this little boy stood up and says, I know why the rain doesn't come. I know why the rain doesn't come. He said, shh, we're praying. Stood up again. I know why the rain doesn't come. I said, okay, why doesn't the rain come? And he reached behind his back and he said, because I'm the only one that brought an umbrella.
There you go. There you go. And there you have it. Yeah, absolutely. What a great story.
It's real, though,
Yeah,
right?
it is true.
You can pray all
It
you want,
is
but if you don't
true.
have faith, it's gonna come.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That is, that you can achieve what you conceive and believe, but you have to have all three,
And
which
you
is,
gotta do.
yeah. Yeah. The action component is, you know, uh, there's a lot of criticism of, any kind of, even Think and Grow Rich or the law of attraction, which does not lend itself to the full picture. I mean, I think The Secret was great, and I'm
hmm
glad that it brought that
hmm
perspective of the power of the mind, but it has to be mind plus action,
Yes,
right? You can't
yes,
sit under a
that's right.
Bodhi tree and, and,
hmm
and meditate, but I call it inspired action.
hmm
It's not a pushing action,
hmm
because that pushing action, I can't even imagine if you pushed, if you had gotten where you are now,
hmm
right? Or I could be wrong. Like, I mean, where's that balance between, this is, I'm going to do it anyways and I'm going to show it, and also having the wherewithal or the wisdom not to push too hard.
Well, it's about finding that balance, and I think it's a lifetime journey. Um, it's I think that you know doing it um, and repeating and your efforts is important. but also surrendering to the fact that, something guides you that is not your ego. There's something, it's almost hard to describe. Again, Wayne Dyer had this lecture and he defined ego. He said, "Do you know what ego means?" And the audience said, "No." He said, "EGO, edging God out."
Mm-hmm.
And by God, it is
Not Santa,
no,
not an angry,
no, no,
punishing.
no, no, no,
Exactly.
no, no,
Yeah. I
no,
call him my
no.
UPS man, my universal power source, and he delivers every morning when I pray and meditate. Yeah.
I call him my GPS.
Oh, cool. What's yours stand for?
GPS,
Your guidance
the
system.
guidance system.
Okay.
It's like I
Yeah.
get off track sometimes, but it brings me back.
Perfect.
And the thing is that, you know, sometimes, I use the two P's, patience and persistence. You got to have both.
Yeah.
So the balance you're talking about is,
That's exactly it. Right? When to hold and when to fold. Patience and persistence, patience and persistence.
and other thing I will say is, you can't be playing checkers in a chess game
I love that. I love that.
because your competitions are going to say, "You're a good little checker player. Keep on playing them checkers."
Yeah.
They playing chess.
Yeah. All around you. All around you. That's
But
brilliant.
you're
I'm
good.
going
But
to steal that
you're
one.
going to steal it. Okay.
I'm going to steal that one.
Okay.
You're taking mine. I'm taking yours. We got a switcheroo there going on. That's awesome. And where do we get your book? Because obviously there's a lot of wisdom in there, especially if you are an aspiring actor, director, producer, especially if you are a colorful person, because you've got a role model here who did not let discrimination of any kind get in his way. I'm sure he has some stories in there too.
Mhm.
With the names been changed to protect the guilty.
Yes. I like that. That's true. It's true.
Yeah. So where do we get your book?
A couple of places online, Amazon,
Mhm.
and the audiobook just came out 2 weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
And you can get
Do
it.
you talk on it? Did
No,
you actually do it?
they
Okay.
got an actor. To,
Okay.
and
You are an
I know,
actor.
but don't start me. Anyway, and then Barnes and Noble
Okay.
bookstores, other
Wonderful.
stores. So,
Wonderful. Beautiful.
yeah.
And I usually ask this question last of all of my guests.
Mhm.
What or whom are you most grateful to or for? And I already know you're very grateful. So I'm going to make you hone it in.
Wow. Um, on the level of humanity, of course, my parents, but particularly my father.
Mm.
My father, when I was a young man, and the other kids were out. Do I have time to say it?
Yes, yes, please.
We're out playing football, basketball, whatever, having fun. We had a half an acre of lawn. I had to mow it by hand,
Mm.
and I
Ouch.
hated it. I mean, it took like almost 2 hours just by hand
Where
mowing
was
the
this?
lawn, Poughkeepsie, New York, upstate.
Okay.
And after I finished mowing it, my father would be sitting on the front porch, smoking his pipe and reading the newspaper. He said, "Are you finished?" I said, "Yes, sir." He'd go up. He said, "Let's go." Go up, and he'd walk over every single piece of the lawn. And if I had missed a patch, it's called a skip, and I had to do the entire lawn all over again. And I was so angry. I hated him for it. But what he taught me about life,
Mm.
if you're going to
Mm.
do it to the best of your ability,
Mm-hmm.
no skips.
No skips. Wow. That's fabulous. 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 Thank you for sharing that
It's my
story.
pleasure.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I am so grateful to
Thank you
have
for
had
having me. I
you
really appreciate it.
here. Absolutely. Wish you much success because I'm sure some of the proceeds go to your foundation. You have, you with Michael Schultz and Gordon Parks have paved the way for furtherance of African American actors, writers, directors, and producers in the entertainment and technology industries. And you give back. So you run the Duke Media Foundation. For the past 10 years has prepared youth for the future by exposing them to specific new media tools and financial literacy tools that will enable them to compete, survive, and thrive, for which I am giving you Dr. Marissa's Beneficial Presence on the Planet Award.
Oh, thank you.
Yes,
God bless you for that. Thank you
yes,
so
and
much.
I don't give that to all of my guests. But when I read that, I went, you're definitely getting that award. And thank you for your encouragement, your wisdom, your inspiration, and just who you are.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to more interactions, because I could definitely learn from you.
Well, I want to say one thing about
yes,
you
please.
for this program. I call it edutainment.
Yes.
It's inspiring and it's healing. So thank you for taking the time from your life to give back. Much appreciated by all of us.
Yeah.
Aww.
Definitely. So go support Bill Duke, get his book, Bill Duke 40 Years, and you
That
get
was
that on
so
Amazon
nice.
as well as Barnes and Noble, which I support as well, because my book's in there, and maybe we'll do a joint book signing.
That'd be
sometime.
great. Be wonderful. Wonderful.
Fantastic. So one more applause out for you. And that's Bill Duke. And as per usual, the last little wrap up on my show. Welcome to the Balance Bar.
Well, oh well, oh well. I do love my throwback shows. I forgot he said that very nice thing at the end. And I am going to reach out to him. I will see about getting him back live. But I'm super, super glad that I remembered for Throwback Tuesday to bring him back into the circulation, my treasure chest of shows. I am truly, truly, truly grateful. Okay, let's do our gratitude sandwich. Thanks for joining me this morning. It is Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News Radio, AM 1050, FM 106.5, streaming everywhere, iHeartRadio, Spotify, of course, live every weekday morning on my YouTube TV channel. Here, 719 consecutive weeks. That's 13 plus years. And I am I've been having breakfast with you for the last 3, 5, I don't know how many years now. That particular interview was when I was on for 7 years, I think. So half of a show lifetime ago. And now we start every morning with breakfast. So taking a bite of my gratitude sandwich on throwback days. I do this at the end to make sure that you got the whole interview, which you did with Bill Duke, marking the Black History Month with another great guest. So let's see. Top of the bun of the gratitude sandwich, looking around you. What are you grateful for that's outside of yourself? Bottom of the bun, I want you to do before you go to bed tonight, which is, what are you grateful for inside of yourself? What do you appreciate about yourself? This good life habit, hashtag Blisscipline, is something that I want you to adopt, because I promise if you start your day this way instead of this way, which is I call MS scrolling, meaningless scrolling about people and cute animals that make you smile. But then after the smile, if you get hooked into the click, 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 you end up with a lot of information about people that don't really mean anything particular to you. And I want you to have meaningful, 88% happy relationships, first and foremost with yourself and then with others. So that's why we do the gratitude sandwich. And today I'm grateful for, I started saying, for Bill Duke, and his very kind words at the end there, complimenting me and recognizing what I do here. I am the only show that I know of that spends the entire hour not talking about headlines and um, negative press. If it bleeds, it leads. All of the politics, everything that gives you a case of the 4 A's: angry, anxious, afraid, and aggravated. I don't want to do that. So I'm grateful that I still have this show. I'm grateful that I get to meet people like Bill Duke. I'm grateful that ah, I don't even know, like, gratitude isn't a strong enough word. The occupational hazards of meeting people through the show, through my work as a broadcaster, through my work as a red carpet interviewer, through my work walking the carpet. I'm grateful that I got to walk the Grammy after party carpet at the Sky Bar on Sunset Boulevard. That was a first. That was fun. I mean, it's just the exposure to super cool people. I'm not talking about your regular celebrity stars, even though I do get to meet them. I love people who are in the limelight that take it to shine on temporary areas of darkness. That's my formula for guests, having guests on, and Bill Duke is definitely one of those. Let's see. I'm also grateful that my daughter and her boyfriend are visiting today. So after the show, I get to go play, which is, she's in San Francisco, so I don't see her that often, but she is my heart. She's my best little girl in the whole wide world. So that's going to be fun. I'm grateful that Chinese New Year's coming up, and that is a wonderful part of my Chinese roots. And so if you know anyone who would like a little soundbite on the special things about Chinese New Year, and I'm going to do a special Chinese New Year show, and I'm going to have a Chinese New Year first annual Mahjong tournament with my Mahjong Beaches Guild that I formed as a direct result of having blood clots that grounded me from going on tour. So, you know me, can't sit still. So what do I like to do? I love to play Mahjong. So that's another fun thing that I get to do. And I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for all the friends and family and support that I have professionally and personally. And Anne Marie is a wonderful support on the personal side, professionally and personally. I've got my co-hosts all the way down the line, Dr. Tiffany, James Hawthorne, and my newest guest co-host, Norman King, and then my red carpet partner, Ricky Rebel, who just put up a really cute picture of us from the Grammy after party that you can see on my social. So, let's see. Let's go to the bottom of the bun, which is, what do you like about yourself? This is weight training. This is something that I really, really believe. It's my BS, my belief system, that good mental health starts with you. And if you can't soothe yourself, if you can't like yourself, if you can't love yourself, if you can't care for yourself, then you're going to be, it really doesn't matter if you have fame and fortune. If you don't have personal mastery, if you don't know why you're self-sabotaging, if you don't know why you have a fear of failure or fear of success, if you don't know why you feel like you're an imposter, that imposter syndrome, then it doesn't matter how many people like you, literally, on social media. You will not be happy. And I want you to be 88% happy. And that starts with self-care. I call, the dis-ease of perfectionism. If you're walking out there always striving to be someone, but inside you don't feel like you are a someone, then your mental health is going to suffer. So I want you to like yourself, literally. So that's why we do this bottom of the bun before you go to bed tonight, instead of thinking about who done me wrong, who's to blame, why I'm in shame. Why I'm my own worst enemy, I'm my own worst critic. Those are things that are going to keep you from getting a good night's sleep, number one. And two, will continue to keep you on that hamster wheel of not being good enough. So, the prescription for that, the treatment for that is self-love. Self-love starts with what am I good at? And every single one of us, all 8 billion of us, are one of a kind wonderful. We all have unique talents, gifts, and abilities, and they are not just one thing. You can be good at a lot of things, but you got to start by giving yourself some credit. Are you caring most of the time? Are you are you creative most of the time? Are you loving most of the time? Those are 3 things right there that I would say most of us are. But if you can't recognize it, then you're going to constantly be looking for love in all the wrong places. And frankly, my dear, if you cannot approve of yourself, how the fork do you expect anybody else to approve of you? All right. So I'll give you an example, and then I'd like, if you're, I see the eyeballs on the chat. If you'd like to share this exercise with me tonight, what are you going to say nice about yourself? I am going to say that I am enthusiastic. It's a word, and it actually means with spirit. I didn't know that. My big brother, Michael Bernard Beckwith, who's the one who introduced me to Oprah as the Asian Oprah, told me that that's what it means. I'm enthusiastic in spirit. That means I connect with that energy, that creative energy that made sure the planets did not crash into each other last night. And I like the fact that I'm enthusiastic. I like the fact that I get complimented for being a light in the world, like Bill just did. I appreciate my ability to bounce up, hashtag UP unlimited possibilities. I don't bounce back, I bounce up, because that's what life is. It's a constant ticking of that dash between birth and death, so that I juice my life. I appreciate my ability to make every moment that will not come back. There's no do-over in life. Once a moment is gone, it's gone. And I appreciate my ability to make the most of every minute of my life. So I know that you have great things about yourself that I hope you begin to tell. Thank you for that heart. And if you'd like to drink my Kool-Aid that I offer you every weekday morning, please free subscribe to my YouTube TV channel. Thanks to y'all, I'm now at 4.6 million impressions, and I'm never going to retire. Just like Gladys Knight, I enjoy being on camera. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy being known for hope and happiness, just as she enjoys and relishes. And it was so apparent on stage when she sung and flashed peace at me. So I'm going to avoid saying something to those who have not been kind on my social, but it is definitely the minority. I'm going to instead practice what I preach and teach, which is thank you all, the 1.2 million people who have seen Gladys sing on my social. And I would say 98% of you have hearts and compliments for Gladys and not insults. So I'm going to focus on y'all, and a special thanks for those who thanked me for bringing my front row center experience of love with Gladys Knight to you on my social. Doc Balance on Instagram, Dr. Marissa everywhere else. Thanks for joining us today. Tomorrow is Doctors in the House. I'm the PhD, which stands for Piled Higher and Deeper. And Dr. Tiffany Tate is my MD for Doctors in the House. Tomorrow, live at 9 Pacific time. We'll see you then. It's all about balance. Peace in, peace out. World peace through inner peace. Now go and have the best day ever. I will see you tomorrow.
Take back your life with Dr. Marissa.